Hi there, Virgos. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at September 21st to the 27th. Mars, the planet of energy, focus, the planet of passion, the planet of stamina, the planet that gives you that extra 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, or forces you to walk or run that extra hour, or makes you say, I'm going to go on a hike and really go on a huge hike, moves into your sign this week. Now, Mars in Virgo means that people are going to be thinking and looking at things such as daily routines of work, health, self-care, and pets. It all comes under Mars in Virgo. If you've been thinking about adopting an animal, this is a time when you'll have that extra energy needed, because when you first adopt an animal, a pet, normally it is a bit of an upheaval to your everyday routine. And being a Virgo, you're not necessarily great about that. You like your routine just the way it is. The Sun joins up with Mercury retrograde. Mercury, of course, is your ruling planet in Libra, and where it stays for a month. And of course, Mercury is out of phase through October 9. And these planets are both transiting your second house of money, self-esteem, and self-worth. Topics of conversation that you will be thinking about and, trying to work through. And then on Sunday, September 27, there is a supermoon, a total lunar eclipse, excuse me, in Aries, your 8th house of joint resources, joint investments, and intimacy. And it's going to be a very important factor in how things work out for you for much of the rest of the year. Why joint resources and investments and intimacy are linked in the same house is very interesting. But when you think about it, if you are intimate with somebody, and I'm not talking about someone necessarily that you sleep with, but intimate in that you know pretty much everything there is to know about them, and that you feel comfortable enough that you have shared money with. Maybe you loan them money, or they loan you money, or you have a business together, or you share property together, or you have a timeshare together. I mean, there's so many ways that you can be invested financially with somebody else. And this supermoon on Sunday is going to have a very strong gravitational force around it. So strong that we're looking at tides and flooding, and there's a bit of a worry about tsunamis and all that sort of stuff due to this supermoon. So in your 8th house of joint investments and intimacy, it may be a time when you don't feel as confident or as good about your money being invested and easily accessed by somebody else, or you may feel great about it, and that's always a good thing too. Pluto, which is the planet of refinding yourself, the planet of recycling, making something old into something new, the planet of, it's very stable, and it's in Capricorn. It's been out of phase for 5 months. Moves forward this week in your 5th house of romance, creativity, and self-fulfillment, which is a great house for you. Now, while Mercury is out of phase, it's not a good time to be dating, meeting someone that is going to be the love of your life. However, you have Mars in your sign, which is the planet of passion. So combined with Pluto moving direct, I don't see anything wrong with you. There's a dating and mating, which, can be two different things. If you want to go out and have some fun, I'm saying that there's going to be people to have fun with. You will find people to play in the sandbox with. Have a great week. Great speaking to you. I appreciate you tuning in. Be kind to yourself, and I'll speak to you again next week.